Hey everybody, it's Missy. Welcome to Training Tuesday. I'm really excited about today because I'm going to teach you guys a lot of skills that you guys can put into action today after our call or our training yesterday. So going from yesterday, I'm just going to review here as you guys jump on. I hope that you guys really reconnected with why you want to be a diamond coach, why you personally want to be a leader, and why you're here. The other thing I asked you guys to do was to create your dream team list. So I hope you guys created your dream team list and went through and made a list of past challengers and people you have invited to coaching in the past. So those were your assignments from yesterday, just to review those things. So today I want to talk about the basis for what I honestly, truly can tell you has made my business personally successful and what continues to be the driver of my business and my team. And that is connection. So why connection? Why is it so important as you build your team and as you become a diamond to build a business based on personal connection? And here's the thing that I have realized is that when people feel like they matter to you, when they feel like they matter to your team, people who feel like they matter are motivated. So what you want as a diamond coach is to not only recruit coaches who are motivated, but to keep them motivated, right? Once you sign up those coaches, you want them to go emerald and to keep going, right? You want your coaches to be motivated. So I'm going to tell you right now that the one most powerful factor that you can control yourself to drive your business and your team is actually connection. And I know sometimes we get a little bit lost in the numbers of I need to sign up 9 coaches and I need all these coaches to hit Success Club, or I need my coach to go emerald. But the truth is when you do that, you're making it about you. You're not making it about them. So I want you to take a deep breath and say, remember yesterday where we talked about this business of coaching changes that person's life. So I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to own the fact that this is not about you. Okay? It starts with you because you're the one who is going to start the chain of connection. But it is not about you. Because when we make this business about ourselves, that is when you will struggle. That is when your coaches will struggle. And that's when you will find yourself at a sticking point where you're stuck. And if you're stuck, I'm going to challenge you to recommit to connection. Okay, so the truth is when we make people feel like they matter to us and to Beachbody and to the idea of coaching as a business, when they feel like that makes them matter, they will be motivated to build. So coming from that, how do we get people to sign up? I know that this can be a frustrating thing, right? You invite people to coaching and you just can't get them to take the leap. So I'm going to teach you my system for helping people make the leap. So the first thing is that if you've invited people in the past, you don't just drop off the face of the earth. I hope that those people who have said no to you, you continue to have contact with, especially those who are on your dream team list. If you believe in your heart that they would be an amazing coach, I hope that you're not constantly hounding them, but you're showing up in their life in meaningful ways. You're liking their stuff. You're commenting on their family pictures. You're still continually connecting with them. So I recommend that in Facebook, you create a list, or you can create groups in Facebook of groups of people that you want to just see one feed of those people. They're called lists. So I have a coach prospect list, and I add people to that who are on my dream team who have not said yes, and I make sure that I'm continuously once a week or so going through their feeds, and I'm liking their stuff and I'm maintaining a relationship with them, knowing that if they feel like they matter to me and they know that I'm their friend, that when they are ready, they will jump. And they will be amazing coaches because they know that I didn't just disappear because they told me no. So that's a good assignment for you guys this week, is everyone you talk to about coaching needs to go on that Coach Prospects list on Facebook so you're continually connecting with them. Okay, so here's where we get to the nitty-gritty. I created a document which I posted in the page and also in the files. That's going to it gives you some templates of the different kinds of people that we invite to coaching. So my challenge to you this week is to get out of your comfort zone and engage all of these people. And I gave you one example of an invite to coaching that I have used myself. And you can kind of take it and make it your own. But there are lots of groups of people that we invite to be coaches on our team, right? So one group of people, that I have gotten really good at inviting is people who are already fitness junkies, okay? Those are your gym rats. Those are your personal trainers. Those are your nurses, your runners. Those people who already have a base love for fitness. I want you guys to just throw out your fear and make sure that every time you run into one of those people, you flat out invite them to coaching. So that's one group, okay? The other group that I want you to invite this week is all your past challengers. Okay, let me share with you one experience that I had when I went diamond, right? I got over my fear and I said, you know what? Coaching is for everyone. Whether you coach for the discount and the accountability or you coach to build a business, coaching is for everyone. So why am I not inviting every single challenger I've ever had to be a coach? So I hope you guys made that list because I gave you a message to send and you can make it your own, but I want you guys to invite every past challenger you had, every single one. Personally, send them a personal message. This is go time, you guys. You have a week to go diamond. This is when you pull out the stops and you send a personal message to everyone you can think of that used to be a challenger. And you say, look, you mean something to me. I think you're amazing. Have you ever thought about being a coach? Guys, that's not hard. But here's the magic in the way you word it. If you message these people and you make them feel like you're inviting them because you want them in your life, not just because you want them on your team and you want them to make you money, okay? That is not what we're doing here. In my opinion, when you invite someone to your team, you are opening the door to your family, okay? Your team is your family. So when you're inviting people, this should feel like you're inviting someone to be part of your family, okay? You're basically proposing to them, okay? So you guys, you're not going to send a dry message to someone that you're inviting to something so meaningful as your family. So you guys, dig it out a little bit. Dig the connection out of your heart and connect to these people. And give them some confidence and some love and some emotion from you, saying, look, I believe in you. I think you're amazing. I would love to have you as part of my family, my team family. Have you ever thought about being a coach like me? But because what are they going to say? They're going to be like, oh, she wants me to be part of her family. Like, when we treat people like that and they feel like they matter to you, they will be more motivated to sign up on your team, okay? We're not just stacking coaches so we can go diamond. You're building a family. And I cannot stress that enough to you guys. Okay, next group of people, your current Rockstar Challengers. You guys need to reach out to them all this week and just say, you're rocking this challenge group. I believe in you. Have you ever thought about coaching? Yes, you could wait till the end of your challenge group, but we're in crunch time. Okay, so make sure that you message all those people this week. Okay, now here's the best one. The past no's. So if you are a new emerald, you may not have a lot of people in this category. You may not have invited a lot of people to coaching. But those of you who have been pushing for diamond for a while have done a significant amount of coaching invites. So I'm going to challenge you to re-invite. My coach invited me 7 times, and I am one of her very top coaches. And what if she would have given up on me? What if she would have failed to keep connecting with me and re-inviting me? So I gave you a template of what to say to this group of people that's warm and not annoying, okay? Because you don't want to annoy them, okay? You don't want to be like, okay, do you want to sign up as a coach? Do you want to sign up as a coach? Like, you're not a broken record. You're a caring, loving, breathing, heart-beating human being, okay? So be that. So I just reach out to these coaches every once in a while and I say, hey, how are you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. How did like preschool graduation go or whatever? Because if you've been connecting with them along the way, you should have something to say. So reconnect with them and just say, hey, I'm getting ready to start a new coach training, or I'm getting ready to start a new group. It doesn't matter. Use a natural deadline that you have in your business, like a challenge group or whatever. And just say, hey, I'm getting a new group started and I was thinking about you. Is coaching still on your radar? I ask that question all the time. I'm like, I'm not trying to be annoying. I just wanted to know if you were still thinking about it. And I just say, is coaching still on your radar? I would love to have you join us. What do you think? And then they can write me back, and oftentimes they're like, yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I'm not quite ready. Or, I don't know, I have a few questions, and then you can move from there. But if you don't re-engage with that group of people, you're wasting it. You're letting the big fish go, okay? You got to keep casting out your line and reeling them in. And sooner or later, you'll get them in the boat, right? Okay, so don't let those big fish, those people you know would be great coaches, who already told you no, don't let them go. Okay, connect with them, love on them, show them you care, and then re-invite them. So now is the time to send that reconnection, re-invite message. And I gave you a template. It's in the document. Make it your own and use it. Okay? So here's the magical step that I have learned that a lot of new coaches are too afraid to use. So I'm going to ask you to put on your big girl pants, right? And I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me this week. You're going to invite all these people, and then what are you going to do? I don't want you to talk about coaching in a message. I want you to commit them to get on the phone with you. So this concept changed my business. This is what made me a diamond. This is what made me a star diamond. And this is why my team is as strong as it is. Because I practice the principle of getting on the phone. Why is that so important? Because you're not a robot. You are not some random person on the opposite side of a Facebook message. Okay? You're a human being. But the problem is we live in a virtual world, okay? You probably met half of these people on Facebook. Get off Facebook, you guys. Okay? It's time to be a human again. So, all these people that you invite, all you're trying to get them is to maybe. You don't even have to get a yes, okay? But I want you to get a maybe. Just be like, they can be like, oh yeah, maybe I would be interested. So if you get a maybe, I want you to get people on the phone, okay? And this is what you say. You do not describe coaching. You do not describe what you do as a coach. You do not describe your story as a coach until you get people on the phone. So as soon as you get a person that says, yeah, you know, I've thought about it, but I just never decided to sign up, this is what I say. And I just say, hey, you know what? I think you would be so amazing. And I would love to have you on my team. Is there a time this week that we could get on the phone and chat about it? I would love to catch up with you, shoot the breeze, chit chat, and talk about coaching. Okay? And what do people feel when you're willing to call them? They feel like they matter to you, like you're investing your one-on-one time as a human being with this person. And there is just something magical about actually talking to someone. Even better, if you can, someone said that they went out for drinks with someone. Meet someone for lunch or coffee or drinks or whatever. If you can get live with that person, even better. But here's the thing is that doesn't always work out. So stop with the excuses and realize that if you're bringing someone into your family, would you ever do that without talking to them first? Really talking to them, one-on-one, human to human. No, you wouldn't. So I want you to get them on the phone. So when you're messaging your people and you get a maybe and you're like, oh yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't really know how it works. Stop there. Stop. Do not explain anything and just say, you know what? I have fears too. Or, you know what? I would just love to get on the phone and catch up and chat about coaching. Then here's the trick. Say, is there a time this week that you could chat? This week. You have to commit them to a day and a time before that message ends. So just say, well, how about Wednesday? How's Wednesday afternoon for you? Always end every message with a question and give them a specific time and ask them if it works. Okay? And do not set a time and miss it. Okay? You're a professional. You are a coach. Do not drop the ball. This is where you don't drop the ball, okay? So set a time to get on the phone with them, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I say on the phone that gives me the highest, I tell my husband this all the time. I was like, dang, if I could just get on the phone with people, I can sign them up 99% of the time. I have a great closing rate. That's like such a sales term, but it's true. Because the truth is I have learned how to connect with people and how to love them. Maybe that comes more naturally to me than others, but I want you guys to understand that this might scare you. This might scare you to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to get on the phone, and what if they have questions for me I don't have the answer for? If you're a new emerald or, you're not a diamond yet, you don't know everything. But let me tell you something. Passion wins over information every single time. If you will just commit to get on the phone and be vulnerable and be real and be honest and connect heart to heart with these people, it doesn't matter if you don't know everything. It doesn't matter if you be like, yeah, I don't really know how that works, but I'll find out for you. They're not going to care. They're not going to care as long as you're passionate and connected. Okay, so I know this feels a little scary and out of your comfort zone because you're doing things on the spot, right? You're being put on the spot, but this is so important. And I promise you, if you will make a practice of doing this right now with your prospects and your coaches, your business will thrive because you're building it on the basis of connection. Okay, so let's talk about my phone template. So I'm going to run through it pretty quickly. It's all in the file, okay? It's all in the Google Doc in the files. So you guys literally, I want you to pull this up while you're on the phone, and I want you to follow it along. And if you get rattled, just look at the template and be like, okay, now I'm supposed to talk about this, okay? So the first question you always ask on any phone call with your coaches or your prospects or anyone for the rest of your life is this, okay? This is the most important question you'll ever ask as a coach, and this is it. How are you? So you do not get on the phone with them and start talking about Beachbody. I will personally spank you. Not okay. Okay? This is not about you. So before you get on the phone, take a deep breath and say, this is not about me. This is about them. So learn to close your mouth and listen. So the first question you ask is, how are you? And then you listen and you connect with them and you talk about their kids, or you talk about their dog, or you talk about the last vacation they went on, or you talk about how many pounds they've lost in the 21-day fix. I don't care what it is, whatever they want to talk about. You let them talk and you listen and you relate to them and you validate them. Relate, validate, okay? Memorize that because that's how you connect with people. It doesn't matter. So maybe their cat died, okay? And maybe you hate cats. And that's okay because guess what? You can still relate to them. You can be like, oh yeah, well, that's really sad. And I'm sorry you feel that way. And that can be really hard. Like, you can still relate and validate them even though you hate cats. Like, that's okay. But learn to be warm and loving and validate their feelings. This is like human connection 101, okay? So you're going to ask them how they are. You're going to shoot the breeze. You're going to laugh. You're going to connect with them. And then you're in a warm, fuzzy bubble. And then you can talk about coaching. So then you can shift gears and be like, okay, now let's talk about coaching for a few minutes, right? Keep it light. You don't have to make this a serious thing. It's not that big of a deal. So this is the question you ask them. What do you know about being a Beachbody coach? So you want to know where you're starting from, because you're going to get different ends of the spectrum, right? Sometimes you're going to be talking about someone who has literally been like researching Beachbody coaching for 3 months and they know everything about it. So you don't need to cover the same things with that person as you maybe do with your neighbor down the street who is a running crazy person, loves to run, and has no idea what Beachbody even is. Doesn't mean they won't make a great coach. It just means that to have this conversation, you have to know where they're coming from. So ask them what they know. Ask them what Beachbody programs they've done. Ask them what they know specifically about the business of coaching. And if they, whatever they know, now your job is just to fill in the blanks. Okay? So how do you fill in the blanks? You tell them what you do. You just describe how coaching fits into your life. Okay? So you just say, this is what I do as a coach every day, and this is how I make it work for me, and this is why I love it. So in the what do you know, the way you teach them what Beachbody coaching is about is by sharing how it works for you, why you love it. This is where you get passionate, you guys. You share and you tell them how much it means to you and what you do and how you help people and how you lost 40 pounds and how your team keeps you accountable. You share your passion. And then they're going to be feeling it. They're going to be like, wow, that does sound amazing. Okay? All you have to do is share your story. And then you get to flip it back to them. And you get to ask them the third question. And the third question is, what do you want? What do you want? Like, if you become a coach, what is it that draws you to coaching? Like, maybe that's a better way to put it. What draws you to coaching? Like, what do you want from it? And you're going to get people right out of the gate that are like, I want to make $500. And you can be like, okay, let's talk about that. And there are going to be people that are going to say, oh gosh, I just need the accountability. I keep falling off the horse. And you can say, okay, let's talk about the team. And let's talk about how I'm going to help you keep accountable. And how inviting people to your own group will hold you accountable. So whatever it is that drives them to coaching, this is why I had you guys write out your own posts. Because you better know why you are drawn to coaching. So that when you ask this question, what do you want out of coaching, you can figure out what their why is for coaching. And then you talk about it. Okay? And you say, you want to pay off your credit card? We can do that. And this is how. Okay? It doesn't have to be long and lengthy, but this is where you've already warmed them up and inspired them with your story. This is where you help them see how coaching is going to help them write their story. This is how you see the need of what they want, and you have coaching come in and meet it, okay? So all you're doing is plugging Beachbody coaching in to meet their need, okay? But this is such a personal thing, and this is why I love doing this on the phone, because you guys, people are going to cry on these calls. People are going to come. They're going to get vulnerable. And all of a sudden, you're going to love this job so much more because you're going to realize that this deeply affects people's lives and their hearts and their families and the way they parent their children, and the way they plan their future. Okay? But you've got to get in there and you've got to figure out what they want out of it before they even sign up. Okay? So you get them what you want, and then you share your story. You answer questions, okay? You tell them how you achieved what you wanted or how you're working to achieve what you wanted. And then the last thing is, what do you do? Okay, so the fourth step is share your story, but we kind of talked about that already. So the fifth step is, what should we do? We. Okay, it's not a you. What should you do? It is what are we going to do and commit to before we get off this phone call? So this is the magic moment of your phone call. Okay? And I want you to have confidence, because if you've connected with them, you've validated them, you make them feel like they matter, this is where the magic happens. And you say, okay, you're going to be amazing. Just talk to them like they've already signed up, okay? You want to plant those seeds in their mind that they're going to be an amazing coach. So often when you sign up a new coach, you're going to believe in them long before they ever really believe in themselves. So this is your chance to do that. And you're on the phone and you go, okay, you know what? You are going to be so amazing. Can't you feel that? You're going to be incredible. So let's do this. Let's. That means you and them. So now you make a plan. Do not get off the phone with these people until you commit them to take action. This is how you move your team forward. This is how you get people to commit. You've done all the other steps. You're in a really good connected place and you say, now what? Now what do we do? So this is where you give them their choices. And you say, okay, are you ready to jump in? Because I think you're going to be amazing. What do we do about it? And you say, and they're like, oh, what if they say no? What if they're on the phone with you and they're like, you know what, Missy, I'm just not really ready to actually be a coach. And I go back to the two things I told you already, relate and validate. Okay? So first you're going to relate to them and you're going to say, okay, I get it. I totally understand how you feel, but let's do something. So for those people who are still wishy-washy and they're scared, you tell them it's okay to be scared. And you say, look, I'm here for you. We're going to do this together. And you know what? If you're not ready to go gung-ho coaching, then let's at least sign you up as a discount coach so you're at least getting the discount, and then we can work into coaching together. And then they're going to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? Because why wouldn't they do a challenge group and get the discount? And then guess what you have? If you can commit them to at least sign up for the discount at this point, after this conversation, they are already connected to you. So what your worst case scenario, you are going to get a super, super invested, loyal discount coach. And honest to goodness, those usually turn into diamond coaches. Okay? That's where they come from. But don't get discouraged if they're just not ready and all you do is commit them to re-engage in a challenge group and recommit to their own journey and recommit to being a discount coach. That's a no-brainer. I will tell you, in my own diamond journey, when I was struggling to go diamond, this is what I did. I went back to every past challenger. I got on the phone with them. I loved them. I showed my belief in them. And I said, look, at least re-engage. At least sign up as a discount coach. At least get into the team and have the extra support. And then we can work on your confidence and we can work on sharing this together. That's not so scary, right? But what did you do? You committed them to action. Okay? And you did it in a way that was loving and kind and in line with what they wanted, not what you wanted. So I know inside of you guys, you're like, I know, Missy, but I need a diamond coach. And I'm like, I get it. But this is how you get diamond coaches, is how you become more about what they want than what you want. And when you will do that, those people will feel so connected to you that they will want to work. Okay? That's what you want. Okay. So first, you commit them to at least being a discount coach. Now, if they're ready to build, you jump all over that and you say, okay, now this is what we do. I'm going to send you a link. You're going to sign up. You're going to message me as soon as you sign up so I can be excited with you. And then let's set up a time right now before we get off the phone to do your Getting Started Right call. So I will call you in 3 days and we will go through everything to get you started. So why is that magical, what I just said? Because one, I committed them to sign up. I'm going to have them take immediate action by signing up. I'm going to literally get off the phone, send them a link, and have them message me when it's done. Then I don't give them a lot of time between my coach prospect call and my Getting Started Right call. And I'll share with you guys if you guys want. I have my GSR template for my Getting Started Right call. I'll share with that too. But the truth is you've already almost done the entire GSR call already. You've already done the connection part. You've already asked them about their why. Like, you have primed this person to be an amazing coach because you had this conversation already. So when you go into a Getting Started Right call, they're already going to know what their why is. They're already going to know what they want because you've already talked about it. So before you get off the phone with these people, commit them to action. Okay? Commit them to sign up. Commit them to a GSR call time. And don't get off the phone unless you do. Now, you're going to get people who are like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. At least re-invite them. If you get a hard no, re-invite them to your challenge group. Okay? Because then that keeps this process going. It's just a circle, you guys. Nobody gets off your circle. And I'll tell you, if you build your circle on love, it just expands. That's all it does. And it just gets bigger and bigger and more amazing. So, these are the skills. Okay? Practice it. Don't be afraid to get on there and feel like a fish out of water. It's okay. But the truth is when you get passionate and you connect with people first, more people are going to sign up on your team. And even better, when they do sign up on your team, they're going to already feel connected to you and they're going to thrive on your team. So very quickly, I'm going to give you a few tips. I know this is getting really long. On getting people to Emerald. So I actually want you to use this exact same template with your coaches that you already have. So if you're struggling to get to Diamond because you're struggling to get coaches to Emerald, I want you to get on the phone with your coaches. Get on the phone with them. And you go through this exact same process with your coaches that you already have. Honestly, you can do this with your discount coaches too. And just say, how are you doing? And then just say, let's talk about going Emerald. What do you know about going Emerald? Because you know what? Maybe they don't know why going Emerald is awesome. Okay? Maybe they don't know what Team Cycle Bonus is. They're not going to be motivated to go Emerald if they don't know why the heck they want to be an Emerald. But get on the phone and talk to them about it. Get on the phone and be like, let's revisit what you want out of coaching. Like, what do you want? And find out. If your coach is not going Emerald and you need an Emerald, get on the phone and ask these questions. Okay? And then share your story about going Emerald with them. And be like, look, this is how I got to Emerald. And then before you get off the phone with your coach, commit them to do something. So Emerald is you plus 2, right? It's 2 people. So help them invite to the challenge group and offer the discount. Help them make a list of 10 people who they think would be great coaches. Help them do the dream team exercise. Okay? Sometimes when you want your coaches to get to Emerald and you need one, you guys got to remember that maybe they don't feel connected to you. Maybe they're not motivated because they're feeling like all alone and they're floundering out there. So reconnect to those coaches. Use this same template on your coaches. Find out where they're stuck or what their sticking point is. Find out what they're afraid of. And work through it together. And then what did you do? You connected to them, which is going to make them feel like they matter, which is going to motivate them to get to Emerald. Then give them action steps. Be like, okay, can you do this for me in the next 2 days? And then I'm going to check in with you on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, you check in and you do 2 more things. And you baby step them to Emerald. Okay, so I know you guys are like, okay, well, what happens when you're a Star Diamond coach and you have all these coaches? Guess what? Yes, you can't hand feed every coach. But right now, you can. You are not a 15-star Diamond coach with 3,000 people in your downline. You are trying to get to Diamond and build a solid foundation for your team. And if you build it on connection, that team will thrive. Because you don't want to go Diamond and lose it. Like Rachel said, your eyes are on 2-star. So when you do this and you love your coaches and you deeply understand why they're here and what they want, they won't just go Emerald, but they'll go to Diamond and beyond, okay? So use this template for your coaches as well. This is what I use every single day. This is how I have built my entire team on connection. This is what my coaches do. And this is what they do to connect with their coaches. And you always fall back on this. Always. So this is like your bread and butter, guys. And you'll find, I promise you, that if you will do this, you will get more people on your team. And your team will feel connected to you and to each other. And you will grow at a rapid rate. Okay? That's what you want. So I know this has been really long. I'm going to make one more suggestion to you, that you guys take a really good hard look at what you're saying in your invites. Like, we don't have time to talk about invites today, but I did a call a couple of weeks ago for another team on inviting. So I will share that YouTube call in the files. But I want you to really take a good hard look at how you're inviting and if you're really connecting with people in your invites. And reread your invite messages and say, if that were me, would that message make me feel like I mattered? So I will share with you my resources on just basic inviting, and also on my YouTube channel, all of my training videos for my team are like, our training for our team is called Like a Boss, and all my training videos are on my YouTube channel in playlists. So you can go and watch the playlist of my Like a Boss training, and also I have an entire training playlist on inviting. It literally breaks down word for word, process by process, how I invite people. So if you're struggling to get yeses and you're getting a lot of no's, I want you to re-look at how you're inviting people, even to challenge groups, because it will really move your business if you can apply this connection and this deep, meaningful, purposeful connection in your inviting to challenge groups. And if you'll do it there, you'll end up with more coaches in the long run. So I will share all those resources with you. If you guys have questions, I know this video, whatever, is long. So tag me in the comments if you have questions, and I will try to get to them this evening. Thank you guys for being here and showing me all your hearts and love, and I'm really proud of you guys. I know that this is not always an easy business, and I want to promise you that if you will strive harder to connect with people, it won't just make your business grow, but your heart will grow. And you'll feel more connected to your business. And when things get hard, you won't quit, because you have built your business on connection for the right reason. Okay, one question. Amy, I like to talk on the phone, but sometimes it scares me. I sometimes feel like it scares those who I am messaging away. It makes them feel more uncomfortable than for me. Okay, so if people really don't want to get on the phone, then that's fine. They're not ready to be vulnerable with you. So if that's the case, Amy, then keep messaging them. But the thing is that if you don't practice asking people to get on the phone, then they won't ever. But so if they're like, oh yeah, I don't really want to get on the phone, or just be like, okay, well, don't let that go dead in the water though, Amy. If someone tells you, no, I don't want to get on the phone, I want you to flip it back and validate them and just be like, okay, that's no big deal. What you don't want to do is push them away and be like, oh, like, okay, fine, and stop talking to them, okay? What you want to do is understand that they're coming from a place of fear. So how do you fight fear? With love, okay? Love is the opposite of fear. So when you get a fearful response, like they're like, or they shut down, just give love back their way and just be like, relate to them and validate them. You guys are going to hate me. I'm going to keep saying that 100 times. Relate, validate, relate, validate. So all you got to be is like, oh, that's okay, no big deal. And then ask them a question, okay, Amy? So just be like, well, do you have any questions for me? Like, what do you know about coaching? And go through this template in the messages. You can follow this template in messages. It's just not ideal, but you can totally do it in messages. So if they're having a fearful response to getting on the phone, just do this same thing with a lot of love and a lot of validation for them in your messages, okay? And don't do it all at once. Ask them one question at a time. You got to breadcrumb them through this, okay? All right, anything else while I'm on here? Anybody? Okay, I'll let you guys go. Thank you. I'm so proud of you guys, and I'll just throw a bunch of resources in the files, so watch for those. And I already put the template for what I say in inviting and what I use on my coach prospect calls. It's already in the files. So you guys need to get to work. And when you get on the phone with someone this week, please come and post in the page and tag me so that I can be excited for you, because this is a big deal. So when you get on the phone, comment in the group and tag me, because I want to cheer you on and be excited for you. So I want you guys to set the goal, 5 people. Okay? I want you to get on the phone with 5 people in the next week and just see how it goes. Okay? All right, guys. I am going to let you go. Let me know if you need anything, and I will see you this week. Oh, last plug, we're going to do live power hour on Saturday morning. I haven't decided on how early I want to get up yet. I'm Pacific time, so I will announce tomorrow what time that's going to be. Okay? All right, guys. See you later. I will see you Saturday morning, and we can work through any questions that you have then as well. Okay? See you later.